Nearly every day we are exposed to things that are just not real. How much of the information that we were presented with is factually based? One of the best examples of this is a general belief that only people subscribing to an organized faith are religious and that all things secular are non-religious. I have a problem with this view because I know many people of faith who are non-religious. And I also know a number of people who are very religious about their secular worldview. In fact, I observe a far greater zeal in proselytizing the secular perspective than any other worldview. We all share a common human characteristic. We all believe ourselves to be right, and anyone disagreeing with us to be obviously wrong. Therefore, to debate rights and wrongs is pretty much a waste of time unless you can understand that everyone's perception of what is right or wrong is based on their personal worldview, which has been developed through all that they have experienced in life. It is also critical to acknowledge two important things about worldviews that apply to everyone. We must understand that since perfection eludes us all, everyone's worldview is corrupted to one degree or another. Of even greater importance, one must be willing to acknowledge the possibility of being wrong, respecting our worldview position, and be desirous of correcting error in a quest to know the truth. This is why we do not hesitate to publicly declare our Christian worldview. Since every decision and direction taken is based on an assumption of truth, our desire to help others will obviously be based on our perception of that truth. Since our worldview influences how we see things in the world, I want to quickly summarize our beliefs about education. Obviously, we believe in a loving God who is the creator of all things, specifically the children we are training and teaching. We also maintain that this loving, omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent God is constantly the same irrespective of time or place. We therefore advance and conduct our affairs having a greater trust in God, the eternal God, than in man, the temporal man. As an organization, Education Unlimited believes that every child is created special. We do not believe any child is an accident or defective or in need of remediation, but uniquely different. Differences include a host of characteristics that uniquely qualify nearly all children to excel at something in life. Learning is an intrinsic human function, with varying capacity being bestowed to every individual person. Parents are not required to create something of these created beings, but to develop what has been created towards a future they are likely to know little about. Just as we do not see one child as superior to another, we do not believe any career to be superior to another. We simply maintain that to whom more has been given is more expected, and that differing careers require differing levels of responsibility. Our expectation is one of excellence relative to abilities without seeking perfection. Success is not measured by anything other than the enjoyment of doing what is being done. Or more specifically, what is in keeping with the gifts and the talents of the child and how they are being applied to serve God and man. Post-secondary institutions, while needed in the pursuit of some careers, are not required for others. We also believe that institutions of higher learning should be treated as businesses from which students should expect a service. Women can aspire to any career, including and without diminishing the importance of being a wife and mother. Education Unlimited also maintains that freedom is a birthright that can be exchanged for rights conferred by man, which are also susceptible to his revocation. Parents have a right, but also a God-given responsibility to train and teach their children in keeping with their faith, whatever that may be, including the secular faith. Parents have a right not to do school at home. They also have a right to unschool. Home education provides freedom from what others want us to do and believe, ultimately leaving parents in control. Furthermore, we trust parents to do what is best for their children, and we are there to help them train and teach them. We guarantee that when the least amount of money is accepted, the maximum amount of educational freedom is available. We also offer minimum paperwork, no guilt or undue stress. We're not interested in busy work for ourselves or for you. We can all fulfill our obligations without making things complicated. We are making a difference in advancing and demonstrating educational success without the need for credits and diplomas. We have made a difference in defining a distinction between home education and homeschooling. We have long been advocates for the admission of unaccredited students to post-secondary institutions in Alberta and across Canada. We have a website listing all of Alberta's post-secondary institutions and their admission policies for home-educated students. Institutions from other parts of Canada are increasingly requesting to be included in this website as well. And Education Limited is uniquely advanced in using modern technology benefiting all players in a home education.